Most people are completely unaware of what's going to happen on the 29th of August. And this could affect every reseller out there on every reselling site. Hey, it's Don. Today we're going to address a major change that happens on August 29th, and this is tariff related, and this is the elimination of the de minimis exemption, which means that prior to the 29th of August 2025, you could import anything less than $800 without paying an import tariff fee on it. After the 29th, anything brought into this country from a business can be tariffed. If you buy or drop ship from another site, especially one that's outside this country, you may be hit with tariffs. We personally buy things from overseas and do sell those over here, vintage collectibles and things along that line. Going forward, it's going to hit us with a potential anywhere from 10 to 50% extra for a tariff fee. We pay it, not the people we buy it from. We pay it when it arrives in this country. And that could really hurt many of the sellers out there who do rely on it. What it will also do is stop a lot of other sellers from other countries wanting to sell on the U.S. site because the tariffs will be levied when the item actually arrives. So if they sell something on the U.S. site, they live in another country, you may not realize there is a tariff. So when it hits here in this country, the person who bought that collectible, the whatever it is from you, could be paying 35% more for that item. So if it was $200, they could be now paying $270. And that's going to really take a hit on those selling in the U.S. market from other countries. And this is a flat thing across the board. Anything under $800, as I said, was exempted. It is not anymore. We buy a lot from other countries. We purchase things from a business in France, several other vendors in France, some folks we know in England. We've got a couple of pickers in Japan. We've got one in Brazil. We've got one in several other countries as well. So we bring a lot of stuff in. We actually just this week had a bunch of stuff arrive before the tariff exemption was going to expire so we could save on paying it. We bought it way ahead of time just to be safe. So if there's like a makeup or something that you sell online or that you personally like, when it arrives here after the 29th, there could be a tariff on it. Even if that tariff wasn't announced or wasn't active the day you ordered it, when it arrives, it's going to have a tariff paid on it. And this affects not just resellers in general, and not just eBay or any specific site, but every site. This is a national new thing where the exemption was sundown, was gotten rid of, where it's not going to be in effect anymore. For my whole life, that $800 exemption has been there, and I have never paid a tariff on anything coming into this country prior to the 29th. But again, that does all change. This was announced several months ago, so if you've been paying attention, hopefully you've done something ahead of time, like ordered a bunch of product ahead of time so that you have it, so that you're not paying the higher price. You can sell it here for a profit even at that point once the tariff goes into play. We've been using the tariffs personally to make money, such as buying extra coffee with coupons when it's on clearance, when it's on discount. As long as there's enough time left on the expiration date, those are fair game. We've got hundreds of packages of sealed NOS, perfectly good with months on end of expiration date left on it, of coffee products, just because of things like this. This will affect a lot of people, and I can almost guarantee you that the majority of the population doesn't have a clue, because most people have never paid a tariff on personal items brought in from Temu or any other site. There's people that make videos on things they get from Temu. It's going to affect all of that market, everything across the board. This, again, is a national thing. It's not confined to one state. It's not confined to one product. It's not confined to one country. Everything brought into the United States is going to have it. And as well, for the first 6 months, there could be a mandatory minimum set fee for anything brought in, regardless of the actual value of the item. Now, here's just one article. I just picked AP, Associated Press. It's like an international thing, plus US, so it covers everything. But if you look in here, it goes into the exemptions. Now, one thing I need to point out, the fee could range from 10% to 50% of the declared value. Now, this does mention Amazon, Etsy, eBay in here specifically. It also says the range of fees could be from 10 to 50%. But for the next 6 months, a flat duty of $80 to $200 per parcel could be levied on your product. So if you buy something that's $10, you theoretically could get a $200 tariff fee on that item. These are factual statements from actual government information that has been posted. You can check it out yourself as well. There's tons of articles on this. You can go to the U.S. government site as well and check it out if you doubt what's going on. But this is fact. This is going on. This starts as of August 29th, 2025. Now, this may not affect those of you who do not sell outside this country and who do not buy items from other countries to sell online, but it will affect a lot of you. But what this will probably affect are most everybody else who buys 1 or 2 items here or there from outside this country, a nut, a bolt, a car item, a tool, or anything like that. Stuff you use for your business could theoretically, like supplies, like scissors, markers, tape, shipping labels, all that sort of thing, if it's not made here, will have that tariff. So again, this is something that will affect a ton of people. This is something that will affect us as well as many other folks out there. There are ways around it without worrying about items like that. Try to source them from local ones. Try to source them from businesses that actually have warehouses here in this country, because once it's imported, you pay the fee. You're not paying an add-on because it's already been brought into this country. So those are some things to think about. How much it affects you will depend on how much of your business comes from outside this country. Many people are already seeing a very steady decline in international buyers across the board because of tariffs that are levied already on other countries. So, these are just things to think about and to navigate in society today. Don't just grab something offline because it looked like it was going to be cheap. Make sure you know who pays the tariff on that item. If you're going to drop ship or something, make sure you know who pays the tariff on the item. In most cases, it is going to be who actually imports the item. So you would be the importer if you are buying something from a foreign site and it's being brought into this country from somewhere other than a U.S. location. But anyway, that's what I have for you today. Hopefully that gives you some ideas, some thoughts. If you enjoy this video, please hit that like button down below. You can also hit the bell icon to be notified if I post new content or go live. Subscribe and tell all your friends.
In the beginning, the people who worked with computers were considered magicians. Abracadabra! But digital took the mystery out of computers. Digital Equipment Corporation pioneered the mini computer, making compact, easy-to-use systems that can grow with your business. From your independent digital supplier, you can get hardware and software from one source without any hocus pocus. Digital, we took the mystery out of computers.